Hey, what's up everybody? Bueller here again, and today this video is going to be recapping the swing trades and day trades from today. So we had two swing trades sitting from December 1st, so 2 days ago, and then I today didn't stream, so instead I just sat here and decided to alert in my channel. So if you guys would like to see more of that instead of streaming on Friday, let me know. Let me know in the comments below or in chat, tag me. But let's get into this though. So I'm going to start with a few of the trades. Where's my, here it is. So here is the day. I'll start with the day trades and then we'll go to the swing trading. So here's the recap. I basically just did American Airlines, AMD, and beyond. We scaled out of AAL to 26 to 40 and then 45. Went from AMD 175 to 245, and then we lost on beyond 110 to 81. So I'm going to go through all of that. I posted charts, a list. I posted many other examples as well of stuff that we're going to be looking at today. You could just kind of pause it as I scroll down if you need to look at how I post. So if you guys would like more posting like this on Fridays, let me know. I'll definitely get into it as I can. But as we were playing too, and that's why I pointed out Coin, you, and Roku, I also posted them here. They all panned out while we were playing these. So very exact same entries. And if you ever need help with what kind of trade strategies to look for, I have an entire channel just for that. So if you're in my chat, you need to take advantage of that. And then here's the swing trading too, just so I don't have to go back to it. Let's go back to the entries. Here they are. December 1st, we entered net, and we also gave an option too if you wanted to wait for the control point at 177 to be retested or at least held under again, then you could enter then. Because every time there's a big day, you can't expect another big red day to come. Sometimes there will be a buy reaction, but we watch control points to see if they hold or not. And you can see I talked about that here. 50% of that dropping candle, that is your control point, 177ish. Rising seller volume under 90 MA, that was entry point. PLTR, same exact entry point. We like that it was going down under a new low with rising volume, so we were in on that trade. No updates on them. This is a different position. PLTR going into today, we were up 35% at open. I reposted what I was up, and then I said I was going to be scaling out, selling half of my NET, 40 out of 50 of my PLTR. And then you can see I re-updated them again just to show people, and then just in my chat just because it was moving more again. Um, and yeah, that should be it. But I also reposted this to show people, it wasn't just about entering here and holding through this buy reaction. You could have also entered on this day at this buy reaction. It was failing under 177.25. So I'm going to go over that. Leland also posted that PLTR was the exact same. It pushed up but failed to get past the control point, and it ended up going back down again. So we just basically moved too red too quick and needed to have a little breather in between. So that's why we had that. Let's get into this. So American Airlines, you're first. Go to the 1 day. Or no, we'll stay here. So I added my previous day levels. I added my today's levels, my pre-market high low, and it kind of lined up with yesterday's levels. But basically, price broke under in the first 5-minute candle. We entered in the second 5-minute candle at 836, and then we took profits towards 16.70s here. I did see a couple people hold a little longer than me. Good job. If you ended up trying to hold a little longer, your contract probably did eat up a little bit, but you were probably still green until it pulled up until about here. So if you held any longer than that, no good. You definitely held too long, but good entry point though. I basically was looking at how price instantly dropped at open, and then I went over to JETS, which is the ETF for airlines, and I saw they were also breaking lower. So I knew we had at least a decent entry for at least short-term scalps. So that looked really good for American Airlines. Next play that we took was AMD. I also pointed out PLTR, Coin, U, and Roku at this point, just kind of showing their charts while we were looking at other stuff. And you guys can see here on AMD, once we broke down under that pre-market low, it was time to get in. I also had rising volume. So you can see rising volume through these two candles here. So very, very good thing to see. Wicks on the top side rejecting our 90 MA as they're breaking good levels. We also talk about this candle every single day in chat. It's an indecisive candle. It's a long-legged doji. Basically what you do is you wait for the next piece of information. If we had a bullish engulfing pop up and take us over 152.50, this would have been really good for calls. But it didn't end up going over that. Next candle was a bearish candle, took us lower. We had wicks at the top side, rising seller volume, entry point under good levels. Again, we're setting high probability levels, so we're just navigating through them with volume. But that trade made about 40%, so good job on that if you took that trade with me today. Beyond, it's the last day trade. We took a good rising volume entry under the new low of day. I think SPY and NASDAQ at that time had started picking back up. I'm not blaming it entirely on that. but this was a good time to get back out. As you can see, we did try to hold through this candle. Next candle popped back above, and we had rising volume above the 30, as well as over the level we entered on. So not a good sign. Even if it was under the 9, we could have just waited and entered again under this. Didn't end up going back under that until way over here, where it actually looks like it's going to be catching support to range trade the rest of the day. So good day trades today overall. Again, you can find all of this on the BB Trading Strategies channel. Every time I post a trade review, I always post, what I'm looking for and what kind of trade example it is. So where is it? Here it is. Yeah, so you can see open entry, rising volume under the pre-market low or previous day level. We get a little bit of continuation and then rising seller volume. So again, if you need help with any of this, please come into our channel, sign up, check out this channel. But that'll be it for the day trades. Let's look at the swing trades, PLTR and NET. Why were we in these? Why did we like them? Why were we in them for an extra day? So basically, we entered on this day. We liked that we had a rising volume entry under the new low. And we were already kind of looking at it as it rejected the 9 with wicks to the top. So very good sign overall. What did this next day do? What kept us in this trade? What could you have done to enter the next day? What could you have done to buy more contracts right here? What would have held you in this trade? Basically, what we look for is the halfway point of our breakout. So the fact, whoops, I grabbed the wrong level. So since this is the candle that got us in, we're going to be focused on this because this is what broke, right? So we're kind of focused on this level here and the 50% of that. And as you can see, it rejected both of those levels, held in. Next day ends up gapping down a little bit and pushing lower. We're taking a lot of our profits off the table. Let's go to net. Net was the exact same story. As you can see, we were watching it for some time now. We actually were watching it up here. We didn't get in. We were a little late, so we had to wait a little while. This candle came in. I liked it for aggressive entry. Why did we stay in, though? Again, that control point. Not only did we like that it was breaking this level up here, it held the control point of the breakout candle. As you can see, where that yellow line is, the 50% of the fib. So we're just looking for the halfway point. As you can see, buyers failed to reach that level. Let's look at the smaller time frame. Buyers failed to reach that level. They only reached about 174.50s, made a lower high, and then just range traded the rest of that buyer reaction day. Next day, today, ends up breaking down under those same levels. So not only were we watching the bigger time frame levels, you could see, we could also watch these levels here. That's where we end up breaking back down, considering this is what held us up, right? So we're going to want to monitor the levels that we held on there. Ends up cracking lower. So hopefully you guys like this trade recap video. I'll try and do more of these every Friday. If you guys would like more of this and less of the streams, let me know. I'll do a poll today, but please leave a like on this video at least. Let's get this 25 likes.